君は目覚めてゆく天使の微笑みで連れ出して孤独でも一人じゃないさ生まれてきたことに必ず意味がある You can smile again 太陽浴びて You can fly away 世界は君の輝きを待ってる大地を踏みしめて君は目覚めてゆく天使の微笑みで連れ出して始まりはいつでも遅くないさ何度でも立ち上がれ
No problem, man. And how's it going? Things are going well. Let's see. Well, hopefully today will be the end of the journey. I say hopefully because you never know what could happen. No problem, man. How are you doing in the meantime? Nothing much. Just hoping to finish the game today. Aside from that, you know, nothing too major's going on here. Anything that comes with water? I'm gonna need that. Nah. That's alright. I'll live. Sweet! Yeah, a good practice session will do that to you. Actually, before I forget, we don't need that. I hope so. Otherwise, we might have a problem. Alright, that's fine. Onward. Yep, no pressure is right. Up we go. I might do some towards the end. There is one point where there's a lot of monologuing, so I might do that at some point. Actually, Zidane, you're pretty spot on, but oh well. Let's go. Oh, what a surprise. We have another random boss encounter. This is Kraken, the Water Chaos. So unlike previous Chaos fights, Kraken really doesn't have anything worth stealing. So instead, what you're going to want to end up doing is just attacking it. You can attack the two tentacles, but the tentacles barely do any damage as is, and if you destroy them, then it's just going to get a lot more physical counterattacks in. So it's not worth it. Oh wait. Alright, well that was barely anything. Let's see how much this does. If you really want to steal stuff from Kraken, it does have a Wizard's Rod, and a... Yes, you are correct. Lick is next. It has a Wizard's Rod and a Glutton's Robe, which you can give to Kena, but it's really not worth it. Let's do that one just for laughs. The two tentacles have, I think, either exactly 10,000 HP or something very close to that, so... And it will use Water God as a means to heal itself, but as you can see, it barely does anything, so I'm not worried. Yeah, I think Malirith was renamed to Maliris. Yeah. No system's perfect, though. Also, I mean, I don't have... This is not a gaming piece. This is not a gaming laptop that I have, so that might also have something to do with it. Oh, yep, I'm really gonna need Eiko's physical attack accuracy for that one. Just give everybody regen. Yep, sure, all these water attacks are just healing him, so... True. Vega does 7,000 damage per white magic, per holy spell. That's just fine with me. Yep, thanks for the free HP. Oh well, whatever. There we go. See ya! We'll just get rid of that darkness and then we can move onwards. Oh, wait. Might as well. And up we go! There's another save point hidden over to the right here, but first we have a random fight. This is the phase of the game where you're going to start seeing behemoths, which are among some of the, just like that, which are among some of the stronger regular enemies that you can encounter. And we're just not even going to bother with these things. Wow. He just got completely wrecked. Part of the reason why we're not going to bother with them is because of that. We're also not going to bother with them because they have a tendency, if you attack them physically, to use Meteor Counter. Which unleashes one of the most obnoxious spells that can be used against you in this game. Meteor. 5 out of 5. Brilliant job, Zidane. Brilliant job. Gonna save. There's another card master up in that little area, but we're not going to do that. Skip ahead. That's Gaia's birth. Yeah. Let me just take a quick look. No, I'll worry about it once I get up there. Now, would you climb a gigantic ladder wondering where on earth it leads? I mean, I would. Here's the Mace of Zeus, which is Vivi's strongest weapon. Excuse me. Teaches him Doomsday. And here we have another little card master who likes to scream at you. You know what? Why not? Let's play one game of Tetramaster while we're here. Well, let's make sure to play with a whole bunch of throwaway cards so I don't lose anything important. Oh well. Alright, that was a fun little time waster. We're gonna go up in here. And, okay. Yep, enter we go. Now, before we go on, we're gonna make sure that everybody has earth protection. So Zidane will get the Gaia gear, even though that really does not do very much for his regular defense, unfortunately. Let's see. Nah. Let's see. Water and wind. Lords. Raises Earth, no thank you. Exactly, yeah. So do I have feather boots? Probably. Absorbs Earth, and it's barely that much of a reduction, so that's fine. Shadow, fire, Earth damage reduced by half, that's acceptable. Dang it. Man. Do I have another pair of feather boots? Yes, I do. Perfect. Okay. So I think everybody's got suitable earth protection here. Let's see. Yeah. So, a couple of notes actually about this section of the game. First of all, this room contains another forced random boss encounter against Lick, the Earth Chaos. Secondly, he has a couple of really good items to steal, in particular the Black Robe, so you'll want to make sure you get those. Third, if somehow, and it is possible because people have done it, and there are guides that exist to being able to do it, if by some chance you get to this room while your game timer is at under 12 hours, which mine is not, mine's at 34 hours, you can get Steiner's strongest weapon, the Excalibur II. The Excalibur II has 108 as its base attack stat, which is 8 points higher than Zidane. It's really considered one of the crown jewels of Final Fantasy game playing. It's one of the few things in this game that I have never done. The recent version of Final Fantasy IX that came out on... yeah, funny. The version of Final Fantasy IX that came out on Steam has a couple of ways to expedite the game, so you can go through, I'm pretty sure, without any random encounters. You can make all damage you do 9,999. You can skip the cutscenes, and other little things like that that help you just travel through the game a lot faster. It's called the Excalibur II Challenge. There's also the Excalibur II Perfect Game Challenge, which is getting the Excalibur II while also making sure you do not miss any items that could be missable. So, yeah, that's considered the ultimate Final Fantasy IX challenge by many. There's also something about maximizing stats, but that's really long and really complicated, and honestly, I have no time for that. So we're just gonna go ahead a little bit here. Right about here. Yeah. Some of those make some of the challenges even more absurdly easy. But anyway, let's do it. Hey, Lick, what's going on? Things to know about Lick, aside from the fact that he deals earth damage primarily, is that he also knows Doom. Death Cutter will inflict Doom on a character that it makes contact with, most likely.
Should definitely do a playthrough.
And he also knows Stop, so you'll want to make sure you have Locomotion. And Zidane died before he could steal. Of course he did. But yeah, Lick is honestly not that hard, so... But he also does know Death, which is instant death. And he also knows level 5 Death. So you'll want to make sure that if your party members go down, you get them back at least relatively quickly. Yeah. Well, 9,999 is the highest amount of damage that you can inflict in any attack in this game. I really just want to get that black robe, and also I think he has... I can't remember if it's him or the next boss that has death claws, or dual claws. Oh well. There used, I don't know if it's on YouTube anymore, but there used to be a great video clip of somebody online fighting Lick with, yeah. There used to be, level 5 death, so this isn't going to kill anybody because I have no characters whose level is a multiple of 5. Somebody did a only Zidane fight against Lick, and Zidane had Doom inflicted on him, and Zidane's HP hit 0 just as the attack was hitting. But again, because you have to survive the battle in order for it to count as a win, he got a game over while also being able to kill Lick. So, jeez, Zidane, give me a break. Really want to get that extra black robe just because it's such a great item. And all these other attacks that... you know, waste time. It doesn't matter because even if Zidane... even if, you know, I didn't end up using Dragon Breath and I just did a regular attack, Zidane would have died anyway, so there you go. Stop, so that's not going to hit anybody, because everyone has locomotion. Alright, welcome back. Did you not die this time? I'll try to do a couple of more steals, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just give up and finish the fight. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, come on. Alright, so that's another basically freebie. Alright, one more. Alright, who's gonna instantly die this time? Oh my god, you're kidding me! Yes! God. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Alright, that's your last chance. Ah, well, it's fine. Wrecked is right. Jeez. Unless by some miracle this actually doesn't kill it. Oh, never mind, it's dead. Well, that was fun. It's so stupid. Yep, and now we're in space. See, I don't need the Gaia gear anymore, so I can finally give him some halfway decent defense. Alright, let's see here. Feather boots, no thank you. What you had before, the ribbon? Yeah. Put that back. Why not? I'll give her the battle boots. He stole a Siren's Flute. Which I had 2 of already, and I already learned one of them already, and I already learned all of its abilities, so... You know. No, because he also stole, I think, Genji gloves. So, that's 2 things that he stole. Let's see, okay. Yep. Save point hidden over here. Yep, a very famous brand. And this pillar over here is where the Excalibur 2 would be hidden ordinarily, but let's go on. This is space! Oh, really? Alrighty, let's go on. So, yep, now we're just floating in space, and you just hold up on the analog stick in order to get to this glowing white thing. Yep, no more worlds, no more space. Ah, yes, the ellipses of anticipation. What is the source? What you gonna find? Yep, because it's a Final Fantasy game, so crystals have to be incorporated in some fashion. In this game, the crystal is literally the source of everything. The source of all life and all memories. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? And into the crystal world we go. Yep, so now we just gotta meander along this path. This is technically the last dungeon of the game, although I sort of group Memoria and Crystal World together. And the only enemies that are here are crystallized versions of the Chaos bosses that we just fought. They have about half the health. They don't give any experience points, only AP. You can eat them with Kena to learn various abilities like, I think, Twister, Earthshake, Frost, and Mustard Bomb. But not worth it to fight. And also, you gotta love the fact that the Crystal Worlds theme is a really messed up version of the FF9 theme. Another Lick Crystal. Well, joke's on you, because I still don't have anybody whose level's a multiple of 5. See ya. What are people doing outside my apartment, for goodness sake? Jeez. There we go. God, this section is so beautiful. And this is your final save point. One thing to know about this. This is your final save point of the game, and it also gives you the option to teleport. The teleportation takes you all the way back to the very beginning of Memoria, where you can quickly board the Invincible ship and then leave. But there is no option to go back here, which means that if you go back to the Invincible, you have to go all the way through Memoria again and in order to get back to this point. So we're just gonna not do that. And one thing that we're also going to want to do here is for the boss coming up, we're going to want to actually unequip all status protection spells. So no antibody, no clear-headed, no locomotion, no body temp, no nothing. Instead, we're going to equip, let's see, auto haste and auto regen. Auto regen. MP plus 10. Reflect null. Let's give her auto regen. Cancel defense. More bugs. Let's see. Yep, that should be fine. You're also going to want to make sure that Zidane actually has the ultimate weapon for this fight, because there's an extremely cheap trick that you can exploit in this upcoming boss fight. So we're just going to take care of that, and up we go. There he is, in all his red fur glory. Yep, that is the original crystal, which basically created the universe. Yep, so Kuja's master plan is, So Kuja's master plan is to destroy the crystal and basically destroy the entire universe. Because if he can't live, then by golly, nothing else is gonna live. Yep. Egomania. Let's go. Third to last boss fight of the entire game. This is Death Guys, the dragon. I think it's supposed to be a reference to Death Even from an earlier Final Fantasy game. He'll always start the fight with Meteor, which inflicts anywhere from 0 to, I think, 5,000 damage randomly on everybody. So, yeah, there goes that. So if you also have the ability points to spare, it's also worth equipping Auto Life. But if you have Auto Haste and Auto Regen, you'll be able to get back a lot of your HP very quickly. So now Death Guys does have as his rarest item to steal the Dual Claws, but you have such a low percentage of trying to steal those. I'm just doing it kind of to see if I can, but if he dies beforehand, he dies beforehand. The really exploitable thing you can do with Death Guys is, if you have Zidane's ultimate weapon, and you use his Soul Blade ability, Death Guys will fall asleep. And when he's sleeping, he literally can't do anything. So... oh, cool, I got him. What do you know? There's Spin. But here's what I mean. Oh, I can't even use it because Zidane tranced. Oh, well, it's fine. I'll just use Grand Lethal instead. I wasn't expecting him to trance so quickly. Then again, I just wasn't paying enough attention to his trance bar, so that's on me. But yeah, Death Guys is not going to last much longer. There he goes. He exploded. But you get no experience or AP for killing him. I mean, not that it would really do much at this point in the game anyway, but just saying. So now, before we go on, go back to the save point, use a tent, heal up, and save. I actually didn't even bother to check the HP and MP of all my characters, so I don't know if it automatically healed them or anything. Kuja, thankfully, also does not have any status-inducing attacks, at least that I immediately remember. So, yeah. Alrighty, here we go. Let me just see. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, alright. Let's do it! I love this track. It's very familiar to his earlier themes, but it gets a really nice enhancement once it hits the chorus. Flare Star will do 35 times, 35 damage times the character's level. So, that's one thing to be wary of. Pretty much. The, one thing to know about this fight also is that as Kuja's HP gets lower, he will start using Flare Star as a counterattack. So that's just one thing to be aware of. So if you're not careful, you can find yourself losing a lot of HP rather quickly. Hence part of the reason why everybody still has auto regen. Plus auto haste increases the rate of auto regen as well. So that's something else to be aware of. All that time trancing actually did wonders for my character's HP, so... And Eiko's still alive, nice. Oh, I'm sure. Alright, unless this attack misses, Eiko is going to be down for the count. Yeah. It does miss every once in a while, but only every once in a while. Yep, and Flare, which does pretty sizable damage to one character. Frey can take it. And there we go! Kuja is dead. Well, okay. Not yet, but... So yeah, Kuja just destroyed the crystal. Alright guys, thanks for watching the stream. You know, hope you enjoyed the game. Oh, of course, it's not over yet. I also love this absurdly demonic music. You had one job. Stand before the final dimension, and I am the darkness of eternity. Who are you? All life bears death from birth. Life fears death, but lives only to die. It starts with anxiety. Anxiety becomes fear. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Look, okay, I had to do it, alright? Everybody knows that this is, either intentionally or not, a reference to the Phantom Menace. The only cure for this fear is total destruction. Kuja was a victim of his own fear. He concluded he could only save himself by destroying the origin of all things, the crystal.
What the heck are you talking about? Why are you telling me all this?
Now the theory is undeniable. Kuja's action proves it. All things live to perish. At last, life has uncovered this truth. Now it is time to end this world.
What do you mean by that?
I exist for one purpose, to return everything back to the Zero World, where there is no life and no crystal to give life.
Thanks.
In a world of nothing, fear does not exist. This is the world that all life desires.
Who the hell do you think you are? You're not ending anything. Never, as long as we have the will to live.
Foolish creature. Your fears have already deluded you. One day you will choose destruction over existence as Kuja did. When he sought to destroy the crystal, the purpose of life ended. Now come, enter the Zero World you so desire.
No! We'll destroy you and prove you wrong. And through our memories, future generations will see that we can overcome any fear. We can't give up now. We have to fight together. Even if we lose, it doesn't matter. Our memories will live on inside others. So even if we are born to die, I'm not afraid. I'm gonna live.
Alright. So this is the only part of the game, unless he's not present with the party, that you can actually remove Zidane from the final party of the game if you want to. But we're not going to do that, because I think that's a cop-out. So we're going to keep everybody as is, and let's go on. Bear in mind, this is the last chance you get to change your party, so it's now or never. Oh boy, I love Armoring so much. Vivi, you're awesome. You don't need to apologize. If a meal prepared by Kena is not enough to help you win, then I don't know what is. Okay. A lot of prep is needed for this fight before we go in. So everybody's been fully healed. We are actually going to unequip Auto Regen and Auto Haste. If any of your characters have Auto Life, give it to them. Also, you're going to want to equip as many status prevention things that you possibly can. Reason being, this final boss, Necron is his name, has an attack called... and also, we're just going to unequip Master Thief and Bandit, because we don't need those either. Has a really obnoxious move called Grand Cross. Grand Cross inflicts random status ailments on all your characters, and that includes instant death. Now, there's no way to guard against instant death, which is why it's important to have auto life. But in the meantime, just protect against absolutely everything that you can. So, Insomniac, yeah, let's see. Actually. Pretty much. Auto haste, actually, I'll give him that. Gambit defense, why not? No auto regen for you. Body temp. No, oh yeah, also there's no reason to have ability up, so we can get rid of that. Add status will do nothing. I give it accuracy plus. Okay. Reflect Null is useless here. The ones that you really want to have equipped are Antibody to prevent Venom, Jelly to prevent Petrify/Gradual Petrify, Locomotion to prevent Stop, and Body Temp to prevent heat or freezing. Yeah, that's what Jelly does to prevent... Yeah, that's just what it's called. Let's see. Actually, concentrate's better. Antibody to prevent Venom, Jelly to prevent Petrify/Gradual Petrify, Locomotion to prevent Stop, and Clear-Headed to prevent Confusion. All of those if you can help it. And if you can manage it also, you might as well give Insomniac. But let's see. Auto Life, yes, definitely. Maneater, no point in having that. Ability up, no need. No need to have Dragon Killer. No need to have Bird Killer. Even though Necron has even though Necron is technically a flying enemy, so whatever. Body Temp. No Double Killer. No Beast Killer. No ability up. So, because I really don't want to have to do this fight a second time, so... Why not? Just give them Auto Potion. And make sure that everybody has the best stuff that you can possibly give them. Necron knows Blizzaga, Firaga, Thundaga, Holy, Blue Shockwave, which reduces one character's HP to 1, Grand Cross, Neutron Ring, which does thousands of damage to characters, so, you know, you'll want to stop that if you can. Protect Ring, yeah. Holy Shadow. Is there anything that I'm forgetting? Robe of Lords, okay. Is there anything that's worth giving? Brave Suit, yes. Basically, you want to have everybody's defense as high as you can get it. Okay. I'm really hoping that I get this on my first try, because I do not want to have to go through Kuja and all that dialogue again, and all that equipping, and all of that what have you again, so... Let's do it! And that's Necron. Just wait until the final battle music really gets kicking. And there's no point in stealing anything, so just attack, attack, attack. He can do 3 attacks in 1 turn if he's able to, so... He can also heal himself with Curaga. We're going to take this Dark Matter and throw it at him, because Dark Matter automatically inflicts 9,999 damage. And here we go. The battle music is about to really kick into overdrive. Protect gives him defense against physical attacks. Firaga. Maleko's dead. Oh, crap. Here we go. Please be kind. And Freya instantly died. And Steiner's been afflicted with Berserk, so he's no longer under my control. Let's see, where are those elixirs? Oh, great. That's not good. Oh, jeez. Yep, and Steiner's not under my is not under my control, so I basically lost this fight. Unless by some absolute miracle. Oh, this game. Oh my god, this game. I totally planned that. Yep, he did the... I'm so highlighting this. I might even put this on the Final Fantasy IX subreddit. My god, wow. Wow! That is the best final Necron fight I have ever had. If by best you mean most arguably BS ending you could imagine. Oh my god. Wow. And you know what the amazing thing is? The amazing thing is that under Berserk, your characters actually do more physical attack damage. So, for all I know, that extra little boost that Steiner got from being afflicted with Berserk under Grand Cross might have actually been what did it. So, whew. Cheers, man. My god, wow. Gee. Man. Whew. That was an ending for the ages. I also think that his protect magic went, had worn off right at around that moment. So, yeah, Rusty coming in the clutch. So, yep, now that the end of the universe has been prevented somehow, the Aifa tree is going berserk. And we get the Crystal World music again. Oh, yes. Over there. I am still on a serious adrenaline high. I can hear him. Okay. Whew, man. I could not have asked for a more dramatic finish to that stream. He did the 1-2 Grand Cross Neutron Ring punch, and I somehow survived that. Man. Huh? Oh yeah, the Aifa tree is going all apocalyptic. Oh boy. Meantime, the Hildegard 3 is sitting there idly, just like, so are they gonna come aboard or what? Yeah, you do sound rather crazy, buddy. Now, it's a very peculiar time to make a big decision like that. Oh boy. Nice. You gotta love how Armorant always has the snarky remark. Just leave him and get out of here, pretty much. Well, looks like Eiko just made her big decision. Wonder how much fuel the Hildegard 3 is burning just sitting there. Or steam. I don't know. Whatever. Yep. A reference all the way back to Disc 1. You also would probably be dead, considering the fact that your mother wanted to kill you about 5 times throughout the course of this game. You'll notice that he never says whether he did or not. Whether he will come back or not. Sorry, this ain't no Final Fantasy X. I'm pretty sure there's a kiss scene in Final Fantasy X. I don't remember. It's been years since I've played 10, so... Yeah, sometimes, Zidane, I don't understand you either. Oh yeah, that's right. Basically surfing a vine like the Disney version of Tarzan. Oh hey, what's going on? See ya. Yeah. Somehow miraculously, yes, you are indeed still alive. No, that was not just pretty crazy, that was lunacy. Mm-hmm. The whole game just has great music, so... Yep. Kuja was the one who actually rescued you from the Zero World fight. That's one word for it. Well, there goes Kuja. Just getting mauled to death by giant vines. Yep. Yep, these ones are no longer under my control. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of theorizing about who it is that says these final little snippets of text. I'm of the impression that that was just said by Mikoto. And now we get the song that Garnet sang in Lindblom and Dolly. And these final little blocks of text are all said by Vivi, who, according to game lore, passed away shortly after Zidane went back to try to save Kuja at the Aifa tree. I think the Japanese version makes the final blocks of text against these black screens a little bit more explicit about who actually says it. But Yep, and it's Lonnie. From all the way back in Disc 2. Eiko was effectively adopted by Regent Sid. Callbacks to the very beginning of the game. Well, I for one thought the Mass Effect 3 ending was phenomenal. Vivi has passed away. And Garnet has grown her hair out again. And to make the game go full circle, we repeat the play that was seen at the very beginning. Of course it's riveting. God, I love this music. No cloud, no squall. That's a Final Fantasy VII and a Final Fantasy VIII reference for you. Yep, the extra scene that the hammer gave. was him all along. Final FMV. Hydra Shock, yeah, I know. Well, the extra little bit that the hammer added meant you had to hold on to them even longer. I'll explain in just a sec. And that is Final Fantasy IX. Look how beautiful that is. Wonderful. Anyway, there are actually two moons within this game's universe. The blue moon represents the moon of Gaia, and the red moon represents the moon of Terra. Remember how Garland made that deal about how the observatory would turn red when Gaia had been fully assimilated? Well, that red versus blue dynamic was not just in reference to the percentage of souls that have been disrupted, but it's also in reference to the fact that Terra's moon is red and Gaia's moon is blue. God, this is my favorite game of all time. It really is. There's so many things about this game that I love so much. It is just, in a way, it is a shame that Vivi was the only character who didn't actually live until the very end, but, you know, you gotta pick your battles, I suppose. And, at least his death at the end, except for maybe if Zidane had died, would have probably been the most symbolic out of everyone, because Vivi does arguably undergo the most character growth out of everybody. So 15 parts, and God knows it took a while just because of school and life and whatnot, but I can officially close this Let's Play through. Oh, of course I'm not going to close it yet. I still have a little bit of business to take care of. I still have the optional boss to defeat. But I can't do that tonight because if I do it now, I'm going to get completely decimated. I need to get my characters at least up to the mid-60s levels in order to have a realistic chance of winning. So, I don't know when it will be. Yeah, no problem. Yep. So, I don't necessarily know when that will be. Hopefully it'll be in the near future. But, there is an optional boss in the game that is the game's single greatest challenge for numerous reasons. And I'll talk about that when I actually do that stream, and I'll let you guys know when that happens. But really, that's just about all that I want to do, at least with this playthrough of it. I mean, because what are some other things that I could do? I could do the frog catching and then the Master Quail boss fight, but that's going to take way too long, and I do not want to do that. Especially because the Master Quail fight is ridiculously anticlimactic in terms of how hard it is, and is it the book boss? No, I've defeated the book boss a lot earlier. I'm talking about Ozma. You only have two parts of the game. You only have two parts of the game in order to fight Tantarian, the book boss. One is when you're trying to rescue Dagger from Disc 2, and when you're trying to reach Dagger after Alexander has been summoned in Disc 3. Those are the only two times that you can do it. So, see, there's Master Quail and the frog catching. There's the friendly monster side quest, but I don't like doing the friendly monster side quest because it makes the Ozma fight infinitely easier. Which, no, that's not how I roll. Aside from that, I really can't think of anything else. I mean, aside from maybe getting the Excalibur for Steiner, but that's just about going to the Trino auction house more than anything else, so that's not worth it either. Let's see what else. I've already gotten all the chocographs, so can't do that. Mognet Central, which just consists of running around the world map and delivering letters. There's no reason to do that. So, yeah. So yep, the Ozma boss fight is the only thing that I have left that I want to do. Like I said, I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm nowhere close to being prepared for that. Especially because that fight has a lot of interesting fight mechanics that I want to make sure that I remember beforehand. Because understanding how that fight works is one of the key ways that you actually win. Let's see, what else? What's left? The Ragtimer fights, but that consists of running around the world map. No point in doing that. Yeah, that's just about it. That's about all that I can think that I want to do, is just do the Ozma fight and then call it a successful playthrough. What I am planning on doing for that fight, though, is where it's scrolling for, thanks for tuning in, Final Fantasy IX Casual any %. I'm going to actually have a death counter that will basically tell me how many times I die throughout the course of this fight. Throughout the course of that boss fight, how many tries it takes me. With luck, this stream could last anywhere from 5 minutes, or it can go as long as, 2 hours. Just because Ozma, especially without the friendly monster side quest to weaken him, is infinitely more difficult than, a lot of the other challenges in this game, so... And there was the crystal that we saw in Crystal World at the very end of the game. and the Final Fantasy I music. Alrighty, on that note, I think that's going to do it for me, so until we stream again, thank you guys very much for coming out here. Glad you were able to catch the very end of the game. I'll highlight that Necron fight. Oh man, wow, that was awesome. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.